In just a few weeks, Iowans will be getting a look at the first new maps for legislative and congressional districts. And tonight, we're going into what redistricting is, how Iowa's process is the gold standard, and why you should care. Local 5's Sarah Beckman reports tonight.
Before we get into the ins and outs of redistricting, let me introduce you to our guide, Karen Kudrowski, director of the Catt Center for Women in Politics at Iowa State. Okay, so first, let's define what redistricting is.
Redistricting is the process of redrawing congressional and state legislative district boundaries.
Every state is required to redraw district boundaries every 10 years using U.S. Census data. Why?
To make sure that districts have about the same population. Otherwise, people who lived in a very populous district, their votes were diluted and literally worth less than people who lived in sparsely populated legislative districts.
Now let's dig into Iowa's redistricting process. It's actually the gold standard for how this stuff is done. First, there's the Nonpartisan Redistricting Commission. It's a group of people in charge of writing up the first draft of maps of districts. The commission draws up the maps, and then the public gets to weigh in. That's you. Sometimes residents will bring up abnormalities about the maps, and the commission will actually change the lines. The third stop for these maps is the Iowa legislature. Lawmakers get together to review the maps, and they give the final approval for the districts. So, a pretty apolitical process.
Good government groups all around the country point to Iowa as a model, and they want to see other states emulate what Iowa does.
The first set of maps will be up for public review on September 16th. Sarah Beckman, Local 5 News, We're Iowa.